Today, we're talking about the Chinese export porcelain to Europe and other foreign countries between 1770 to 1880. Some are special orders for individual customers. Meanwhile, the majority are mass-produced in such standard patterns as Canton, Mandarin, Fuzhou, bird and butterfly, rose medallion, and etc. Most customers are from the United States and the United Kingdom. The other are from the Persian, Dutch, Portuguese, and France. European trade with China dates from around 200 AD. A fascinating book from Marco Polo describes China as a mythical land with exotic customs and strange food. The depiction entices the curiosity of many Western people, from Roman soldiers through enraptured monarchs who sought to embellish themselves with the silks, savor the spices, and enjoy the visual beauty of the porcelains they learned about. Before Western trade exists, porcelain has been made in China over 1,000 years. The high-end porcelain for the Chinese royal family and court are the beautiful examples seen by the earlier merchants and the basis of the early chinoiserie designs in Europe. After the first European port in China, which the Portuguese set up at Macau in 1556, organized trade grows rapidly, and more other countries join too. Guangzhou, also called Canton, is the main trading center. Trading arrangements for Chinese goods are always fraught with complications in navigation, local Chinese restrictions, language, monetary exchange, and trade goods acceptable to the Chinese. The English East India Company is organized in 1600s by Queen Elizabeth I to control the commercial dealings between England and the East. After the early 19th century, the East India Company ceases trading in China, and individual English merchants carry on the business. The majority of the mass-produced porcelain is made and fired 400 miles north of Canton at Jingdezhen, Jiangxi Province, because kaolin mud is the proper ingredients to make porcelain. Then, workshops are operating here too. The series of illustrations show how porcelain is made and transported to Canton. In the factories at Jingdezhen, the porcelain is made of kaolin, a decomposed feldspar of granite, and perrute, a white visible quartz. A worker pounds and grinds these two basic ingredients to a powder and forms it into soft white bricks. The bricks are kneaded and trampled. The clay is worked into its final shape by the potter or mixed with water and poured into molds. The edges are polished. Next, the pots are fired at 1600 to 2000 Celsius degree for several days in brick ovens. The blank art objects in various forms are usually shipped to Canton for painting in popular or commissioned designs. After painting, a second firing is needed to set the new glaze. Finally, the finished objects are packed and shipped to foreign markets for sale. The shapes of the Chinese export porcelain are derived from European silver. Meanwhile, the patterns on the surface are usually from Chinese typical art designs. The popular styles at that time are Canton patterns, Nanking pattern, Fuzhou patterns, rose medallion, rose mandarin, rose Canton, celadon-based patterns, and typical animal patterns. Welcome to quorumgallery.com to select your favorite art items. Thank you.